Okay, let's talk outliers really quick. In a data set, an outlier is one or more values that lies so far away from the rest of your data set that it's forcing your data to skew in one direction or the other. And there is a pretty quick way to calculate whether or not you have outliers in a set of data. We're going to use this value. We're going to take IQR and multiply it by 1.5, and that is going to help us find what is too far away. So to use this value, we need to create what we call our upper fence and our lower fence. That tells me what my boundary is at the top side of my data and the bottom side of my data, so that if anything falls outside of that fence or that range, that's how we say that they are outliers. So to create these boundaries, to create the upper fence, we are going to take this value, IQR times 1.5, and we're going to add it to Q3. We're going to say anything that's larger than this value must be an outlier because it is too far away from the rest of our data. The lower fence is going to be Q1 minus this value, IQR, times 1.5. And that's going to be things that are outside of our boundaries. So let's take a look at this example that I've given you. We have this set of values, and for this data set, I'm going to go ahead and put them into my calculator. It doesn't matter that these values are out of order. I'm just going to put them in exactly how I see them. The calculator can deal with everything from there. So to start off by finding IQR, I need to press zoom 9 and then trace. And so for step 1, we are going to find IQR, which is going to be Q3, which is 46, minus Q1, which is 34. So my IQR, interquartile range, is 12. And like I said, remember this was Q3 minus Q1. Okay, for step 2, I'm now going to calculate this value, IQR times 1.5. So interquartile range is 12, so we're going to do 12 times 1.5. And that is going to give me 18. So my interquartile range is times 1.5 is 18. Okay. To make my fences, I'm going to add this value to Q3 and subtract it from Q1. So let's do the upper fence first. Upper fence is Q3 plus this value. So my Q3 value is 46 plus 18. So my upper boundary is 64. Any values I have that are above 64 are considered outliers. So if I go through, I can see that 68 is bigger and 72. So those are outliers. Now I also have to calculate my lower fence to see if there are any numbers that are below as well. So lower fences, I'm going to take Q1, which is 34, and now I'm going to subtract 18. And that's going to give me a boundary of 16. And I do have this one value that's below, and that's 15. So for this, my outliers for this set of data are 68, 15, and 72. 18 seems like it should be an outlier because it's so low, but it still falls within my fence. It's inside of my boundary, so that's not an outlier. Just those three values. That's how you find outliers.